bump, bubba-dump. You know, someday we're going to open this up, and I'm going to actually have... All right, I'm going to make this is really uncomfortable to do this on the show. I'm going to promise to do the recipe for those air-fried, what are those things? Like cream cheese muffins with honey and raspberries and blueberries?
Yeah,
on the cover of that magazine. That looks so good. We're going to make those. Those look so delicious.
Okay.
But you know what? You can just consider that a teaser, ladies and gentlemen, to tune into next week's show, which is what we were going to do the podcast on this week. Next week was what was the movie? You picked it out. I haven't seen it yet. The other one for next week.
Oh, the Barkley Marathon movie.
Actually, it's funny because both of these shows are going to be about stories about running. I used to run, and I do the elliptical now because my knees can't handle it, and I don't like the high impact stuff. But Louisa has nothing to do with running.
Absolutely nothing.
But we didn't get to that. We just didn't have the time for it. So instead, we did a couple of shorts that I was just flipping around, like before I passed out last night. I found this. We found two movies.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was Stranger's Pawn.
Correct.
Which there's not a ton of info on, but
no, it's very new.
It's very new, and I don't think what's the guy's name?
Christian Jaramillo.
Jaramillo,
I would say.
Jaramillo. It doesn't look like he's got a deep pedigree, but most of his, I was on his Instagram. How do you spell it? Christian
Jaramillo.
He's got an Instagram, and there's clips from Stranger's Pawn on there. We'll get to that towards the end, but I think we agreed we were going to talk about Just Start first.
Okay.
So, we always try and do a notebook LM on this, and Will Floor, when we tried to find him, a whole bunch of information about a flooring company came up, and apparently that's not him. But what do you want to do? Just give a character overview of him as a filmmaker?
Yeah. Are you talking about Will, or are you talking about...
Will.
Yeah, okay.
You want to read, pull some stuff out of his bio there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So it looks like he has, I don't know, what do you say? He's interested in film and photography, which is really cool, I think. The two go well together.
What's it say here? Empowering artists, brands, and organizations through captivating storytelling and marketing. Sounds like his business card.
He has a lifelong affinity for artistic expressions, from childhood comic book sketches to producing electronic music. He's honed his talents to fuse various creative pursuits into the realm of filmmaking. I read that straight from his bio online.
Upbringing in the Wasatch Mountain Range of Southern Cal.
He loves the great outdoors.
Yeah.
And incorporates that a lot into his film and his photography.
So if anybody's wondering, we will write Will Floor's Tinder profile. And I think he's produced a couple other projects, but this one really caught my eye in that I tripped across it, but it's not, I don't want to say it, like it has the background of the subject matter is kind of heavy, but it's not difficult to watch. It's kind of it's almost like I would think it's therapeutic for someone who has maybe gone through something like this. You know how they say whenever somebody deals with something, and for anybody listening, they know I hate the word traumatic, but anything that's made a deep impact on you, a deep negative impact. You hear it time and time again how it's important to find something to release that tension cathartically.
Mm-hmm.
And this person who Will did his movie on, spelled a couple of different ways in the sources we pulled up, but her name is, I think, Madeline,
Mm-hmm.
or Melanie. Last name? What's her last name? Rothen.
Wolfenbarger.
Wolfenberger.
Barger.
So she is a runner. I don't know if it's by trade, but I want to point out this film is a short.
Yes. It's only 8 minutes. Under 8 minutes.
Madeline was a sexual abuse survivor. Apparently, when she was pretty young, I want to say like 4 or 5. And it's definitely clearly colored her.
Well, it continued. It sounded like throughout quite some time of her life.
That's right. I watched this when I was very exhausted, so I saw the whole thing, but
And I just watched a little bit of the beginning right before we started to record, so that's fresh in my head.
So it went through when? Of her age?
It didn't have details about her age, but she said that the abuse started when she was young and continued, I don't know, for quite some time.
So we don't really know how long that is, but sexual abuse, awful to begin with, but if it's something like that, sounds more like a prison sentence. And do you know what I mean? Where it's just like, it goes on long enough, like,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
where
I understand.
you can't get away from it
Yeah.
until you're of an age where you can move out and leave.
Yeah.
And if it started when she was like, a child.
Yeah.
She found running as a way to process
What
her
had
process her anger and what had happened. But Will likes to do movies that empower individuals and themes. And to read from his Wikipedia, by sharing Melanie's story, the film directly empowers the individual, demonstrating her realization of self-worth and purpose. It's not a ton of action, really. It's how do you want to describe the layout? It started off just her. She narrates, the broad strokes about what happened to her as she preps for her run in her house, and then she drives. She seems to be like a trail runner.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Drives out to her trail and again, fairly a pretty simple film to make. I mean, it was well crafted, but kind of put together in the style of somebody goes for a run. And if you've ever exercised, like done something like a durational exercise, whether bike riding or running or swimming, part of what happens after a while is you get to a point where you're in flow state and you just start thinking about your day and your life and how to move through existence. And that's what I got out of this, how this thing was kind of put together, because a lot of it was in slow motion and her discussing and continuing to process this thing that happened in her life. Also aims to inspire others, emphasizing that one doesn't need to be an Olympic level athlete. Oh, that was the thing. I even struggle with this when I go to exercise, regardless of whether I'm running or elliptical or on the bike or lifting weights. Especially as a guy, you always feel like you really got to push yourself. And one of the nice things that I've found with social media is things creep in. Like being at, I'm 50 now. I hear things online about you don't have to, like, there's no point to try and get ripped at 50. It's you got to focus on stretching and endurance and you don't have to do insane cardio. You just have to keep things pumping,
Mm-hmm.
stay hydrated, and stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Stretching's really, really big,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a great workout from yoga or Pilates and all those things. But like this male thing about going to the absolute maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Like my body can't even do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll tear something.
Yeah.
Something will pop.
Yep.
And it sucks to say, but that's just the function of age. And in this movie, they said it a couple times, like you don't have to be Olympic level. Like there's some people who are created for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's such a teeny tiny portion of the population. Everybody looks at the pinnacle and thinks they have to strive to that, and you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I like seeing media where it has just a rational message in it. Personally. Were you going to say something?
No, I
Or was I going to do all the work here?
Well, you were just like...
I was on a roll.
You were on a roll, so I was letting you talk. Also,
Yeah.
exercise is not something that I have a lot to say in, so...
Well, we'll fix that one day, guys. What else?
I did when I was in college, but I haven't been in college for a long time.
Neither have I, and I still go. What else do we got? Melanie describes... I love how they have 3 different names for her.
They really do. I was just... I'm looking at different sources, and I'm like, okay.
Is it the sources, or is it Notebook?
One of the sources is Notebook.
Really?
Well...
No, I mean the things that you plug into Notebook. Did they spell her name wrong in the sources, or did Notebook?
No, I think
spit
Notebook
out after
spells it wrong
Oh.
or says it wrong.
See, this is one of the problems with AI. I think AI has a problem with names.
Oh, well, that would make a lot of sense because this is Meline on Notebook LM, and in the other publications that we've looked at, it's Madeline.
Madeline. All right, so that's what we'll call her. Madeline describes how running up hills and through mud helped her fight internal demons, highlighting the therapeutic power and nature of physical activity. The finish line of these races symbolizes her drive to heal symbolized her drive to heal and her purpose in the world. Purposeful, meaningful impact and difference. Will Flora's approach involves crafting meaningful content that makes an impactful difference in the realms of creative expression, purposeful marketing, and stoked experiences. I will say that his movie, it kind of looked a little bit like a Nike commercial.
Yeah, I could see that.
I
could.
And this isn't to impugn Will, because that may be part of his objective is to do commercial work.
Mm-hmm.
But when I watch any piece of media, I try to get something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I remember as a kid seeing commercials
Mm-hmm.
and just being bored by them.
Yep.
And when you see one that, and this is no offense to Will, like if he was just making commercials, they might go past me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he, as a producer and as a creator, would better serve his own career if instead of commercials he focused on storytelling and used the tools he has in commercial making and marketing to expand on his storytelling ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has the visuals down pretty well. But again, I walked away from this like, yeah, there was a message in there. I got the message. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. This woman has a struggle that she's dealing with. I'd like to see a little bit more. Everybody has their own style. And again, this is a personal thing. But yeah, it felt a little bit like a commercial.
A little bit, yeah. I would agree.
I'd like to see him push his talents a little further and do longer movies with a little bit more in-depth, like a full-on story about a person.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Like a feature length, something longer.
Even if it's not feature length, even if it's an hour or 45 minutes or something. not that there's anything wrong with shorts, but like I think that he has the ability to tell a deeper story, and the thing with Melody's story is because it's of a sexual crime nature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she wanted to go too deep into it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so there's a limited element limited things that she can,
Talk
offer.
about or go on about.
Yeah, go on
Talk
about.
Yeah.
But I think if the subject matter weren't so, for lack of a better word, taboo, there might be more for him to explore.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we got here?
There wasn't. There's not a whole lot on this movie, but I think that it's a good start on someone's very personal, very. I don't want to use like cliche words, but very difficult story to tell. And I think it's nice how she found that trail running helped her to heal. And that's really what they said in this under 8-minute movie.
I think that's the thing for a lot of people who suffer from abuse or drugs, or like, I am not a fan of religion in any capacity, and I will talk shit about it at the drop of a hat. But what I do like about physical activity or any craft, especially when you go through something horrendous, is it has the ability to hone.
Mm-hmm.
If you have, it's something that you can work on, something that you can push yourself. Exercise, at least, especially when you have mental demons,
Mm-hmm.
to wring out, because they can just. I think there's something to be said from there's a mind-body connection, and when you just have all this cortisol like seeping through your body and you don't utilize it, you're just angry and have emotional upheaval and trauma that you don't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even physically, like, utilize your body to dump some of that cortisol and some of that excess energy and tension.
Right.
I think that it would, and again, no scientist here, it would make absolute sense to me that manifests in some other hideous byproduct in your body, like a cancer or some other, like a heart ailment or a nerve ailment or something. I think that doing something to cathartically release your pain is important.
Mm-hmm.
And this is always going to be a big thing with me, finding something that you like and that you can stick with and you can be consistent with, because when you're consistent with something, you just get better at it and you can work on the problem. It's like any problem. If you devote a little bit of time to it, but you do it constantly, it's
Mm-hmm.
like water running over a stone.
Mm-hmm.
It erodes that stone. That's how the Grand Canyon was made. And it's a problem for a lot of people, is I think, they try something, and even though they like it, they're looking for the solution or the end game, like, right away, and it doesn't come right away. It takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, well, I've heard people say this before, I gave it time, I gave it 6 months, I gave it a year. I'm like, you barely got started, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with people I've seen at markets who've started businesses. Like, we did it, we really put the effort into this. It went for a year and a half, and like, yeah. Like, who I think about when I think about this? Is a little off topic, but I'm gonna talk about it. I don't care. There was a guy and his mother who made a chocolate product,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think they fully hit the way to sell it, because they would offer things to people, and they would offer like samples.
Mm-hmm.
They looked like samples, but they wanted people to pay for them. But they looked like samples.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little chocolate ganache in a cup.
Okay.
And it was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like a sample.
Yeah.
So people would just come by and take it.
one, yeah.
And they only charge $2. And I'm like, I don't think that's the way to.
Yeah.
I don't know about, maybe not at markets. Maybe you would sell it in a tub, and you'd market to restaurants or to bigger. Because you're asking for $2. You should be asking like $25. This was a great product, and they had a cute brand, and they had family troubles, and they just let the thing die. And every time I talked to the son, I think he suffered with a little bit of depression.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember he said a couple times just like, it's not going anywhere. It's, we've been doing this for a while. And I'm like, I don't want to use his name, but like, Bud, like this is your product.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody can take it from you.
Yep.
You got to figure out a different way to. You got to keep doing it. You got to figure out a different way to sell it, and a different, maybe a different group of people to sell it to. It was a really quality chocolate, and he has a background as a like a baker or a confectioner. What do you call that?
Like a chocolatier.
Like a chocolatier of some type. I don't know his full background, but then I found out the following year, he had stopped doing it. He was working in construction part-time, and I'm like, oh, buddy.
So completely.
Yeah, and like his dad had problems I think he suffered from, was falling into dementia, and so there was
a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, but he gave me, I don't know if I ever told you this, he gave me a ride to the airport for one of the trips I had to go on. And he was mentioning that it wasn't going well, and I think about that a lot, that you have something, and I tried to make the correlation between him and Colonel Sanders. I'm like, you know how long that guy looked for someone to buy that recipe? For years. Like longer than I've been doing honey. And this doesn't directly relate to running and sexual abuse, but like it does relate to the importance of consistency.
Yep.
And I think that's such a powerful message for anybody in life that they just either don't hear or they don't adhere to. You know who I hear talk a lot about consistency?
Who?
Comedians.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
We both listen to a number of podcasts, but I really love a number of like dark comedians. And they always, who talks about this a lot is Joey Diaz.
Oh really?
Well, I mean, he always says.
I haven't heard him talk about it. That's what I'm.
He talks about when he meets younger comedians, and they're like, "Hey, I've been doing this for 10 years," and he's just like, "You're just getting started." Did you ever see that clip where Jerry Seinfeld was talking to this guy?
Yeah, I think I did.
You know the one I'm talking about, where he's like, "I wonder, should I stick with this?" And Jerry's like, "What do you mean? What?" He's like, "Well, my friends are buying houses, and they got stock portfolios, and they're getting married and buying houses and moving up." And Jerry's like, "Moving up? This has nothing to do with your friends. This is like, you're supposed to be doing this and figuring out how to be funny and get better at it. And the only way you do that is by getting on this. You have to just keep doing it. Like, you're equating this. I mean, yeah, it's a job, but like it has nothing. That had nothing to do with his friends. It just has to do with, if you're going to do this, do it and be consistent at it.
Yeah.
And if you suffer a trauma and you're lucky enough to find something that helps you release that trauma, you gotta stick with it. What, I'm gonna get off my high horse now.
Are you? Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
That hurts. I'm not gonna talk now. You get to carry the rest of the show.
You're good at talking about that, though. It's like, that's one of the things that you, like, one of the topics that you're very passionate about. And
I get so mad at myself when I have, like, I set a goal for myself and I'm doing things. Like, when we don't do this show every week, like, I'll be in my office, I'll be like, God damn it, we didn't fucking record it. But now we gotta do 6 of them. You know, we should earmark Will and see if there's anything else he puts out. Are you okay? Are you yawning?
yeah.
Oh, I see how it is. See how my talking puts you to sleep? I bet the listeners are going to love that. You get to talk about Stranger's Pawn now.
Okay. I will talk about Stranger's Pawn. There also is...
What's his name again? Guy who made
director.
it? Yeah.
Christian... I would say Jaramillo.
Jaramillo? Okay.
Yeah. And I didn't have a lot of success finding out other information. I think his movie is very new. But it is a short called Stranger's Pawn. It is about a guy who is sitting in a park.
I'm betting it's New York City.
Playing chess, and just kind of inviting or having an open seat for others to come to.
Apparently, he's
to
pretty
play
good.
with him. Yeah, really good, I think.
This is going to be tough because it's such a short movie,
and you don't want to give anything away.
We can't give it away, and it's so this is on you.
I will say that you just sent me a link, I think, and there wasn't any information, and I just clicked on the link, and I really didn't know what I was clicking on or getting into. Not that it was like a huge time commitment or anything like that.
I'm gonna start sending you porn like that. No, I won't.
Moving on. I cannot believe you just said that.
Yeah, I said that. Focus.
I'm so put off by that. I cannot believe that you just said that.
I wish that, like, we don't really have any plans to, like, put this on YouTube, but I wish you could see the look on your face right now. I want a picture of that. It's like, you didn't know. You were, like, stuck.
Very. Very stuck.
That made my whole day.
Oh, I'm so glad.
All the stuff that I told you about happened at Market.
Yeah.
That all melted away with that one comment.
All right. Okay. Well, good. You can remember it all week, and it'll make you happy.
So I send you this link, and you had no frame of reference for it?
It's just a YouTube link. So it says YouTube, and then it has a bunch of letters and numbers after it.
Yeah.
I
sent it to you because it had, like, a poignant ending.
Oh, no. I definitely enjoyed it. I just am saying as an introduction that when you sent it to me, I wasn't sure what it was, because it could have been, like, I'm just saying, like a clip, like, from a comedian, or it could have been, like, a cute little movie that you thought I would enjoy, or, like, I don't know, a School of Life clip or something like that.
Let me ask you this. So what we find out at the end.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so first, before you say that, if you don't mind, hold on to that thought. So, it is a short film.
Yeah.
And 2 people, I think. So one person comes and sits down and plays the chess.
Yeah.
With the guy who's always there, and the other player, like, plays his time and kind of, I think, gets frustrated that the other guy is always winning.
Yep.
And or being so successful, and he moves on. And then another guy comes to sit down, and that's where things kind of take a turn, as one says. So what were you going to say?
I was going to ask you, I figured it out at a particular point.
Yep.
Did you?
Yes. But I did not see it coming.
Hold on. Did you? Is that here?
I'm
What is
guessing.
that?
I'm guessing it's a car alarm outside the window. I don't know why it's so loud.
I want to look at the meter and see if it's registering.
Sorry for that interruption. That's rather annoying.
Yeah, a little bit. That's all right.
Interesting how much it picks up.
Did you figured it out? I'm wondering if you figured it out at the same point that I did.
My guess is probably yes.
What? What were you like? Oh, he's so and so.
So I have to watch it again to pinpoint exactly, but I think that
Was it the name?
Yeah, maybe. But
I'll tell you what.
I think it was when the guy said, well, I can't say that. Can we say that they were talking about relationships?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one guy is having a relationship.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
Because I feel like
I don't know how I can explain it without.
No, we don't have to. We don't have to explain it, but like there's something ill toward going on.
Yes. Okay.
And
you don't find out till later on in the conversation in their game.
What I'm asking you is, did you figure out, because it's so short, there has to be like an issue.
A moment.
There has to be an issue, and the issue has to get dealt with in that 3-minute period.
Yep.
And what I'm asking you is, did you figure out what the actual, and there's only 2 people in this short, did you figure out what the crux of the issue was I figured it out when the name, right after the name was said.
Which name that begins with the letter S?
Yeah. Because the person he was playing, there was just something about his look, and I'm like, oh.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm
this
sure.
look, I'm like, I know what's going on here.
Yep. And usually, quite honestly, I would not pick up on something like that, but in this short, I was like, oh, I know exactly how this is going to end.
Yeah.
I know exactly what's going to happen here. Okay, not how it's going to end, but I know what's going on with these 2 people.
Yeah.
And they're really... I'm going to stop.
You know the new guy, the new player reminded me of?
Who?
John Slattery.
Yes, he did.
Didn't he?
100%. Yep.
I'm like,
I
is
saw
that
it.
Wait a minute, that's
it's not.
him.
It's not.
It looks just like him, though.
He does. It could. Yep.
And you know what the other thing is? The guy they picked to be the chess pro, he just kind of looks like a scumbag.
He kind of does.
He has the affectation of somebody who's got a low moral character.
Yeah, he definitely does. I was gonna say the actor who's come to play the chess game looks like a cross between John Slattery, and thank you, and Richard Gere.
Yeah, very much. So
also nice clothes.
We didn't really find much on Jaramillo. So
we didn't. But having seen this first short, if it's his first short from him, I would watch other things.
Oh yeah,
because I really liked
a lot into 3-4 minutes.
And I was thinking, so we made the decision that we would, Jay and I, discuss some shorts that we'd recently viewed. I think this morning on our next episode of our podcast. And so today I don't know, when I was like getting ready or something, I was thinking about I am always, I've probably said this on the podcast several times, always impressed by what people can fit into a short movie.
Yeah.
I love shorts. Like, for example, when the Oscars come out, I spend 2 days, 2 or 3 days watching all of the shorts.
I think it's a totally different. Well, I mean, it's the same medium, but it's a different. It's a different enterprise entirely. It's almost like you're taking a short. You can see a short, and you can see how the entire story could keep going.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But
they can also end it.
Yeah, it also works as just a little encapsulated thing.
Mm-hmm. I really do like them, and watching these couple that we recently watched, it's like I want to, watch a few more because now they're on my channel or whatever homepage.
Have you ever seen? This is just a stream of consciousness. This has nothing to do with A Stranger's Pawn. But have you ever seen The Triplets of Belleville?
I never saw that.
You've heard of it though.
Yes, of course.
We should put that on the list.
Okay.
I've seen it. That's a fun movie.
Is it? Is that the bike riding one with the old lady?
Yeah. That's a fun movie.
Okay.
Because I tripped across a piece, and I've seen clips of it before and after having seen it, but
okay.
We're not doing the review right now, but to anyone who enjoys animation, it is French.
Yes,
and it's like
that's right.
Super duper French.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
if you don't have a problem with that, check it out. We'll review it at some point, though.
Yeah, that would be fun. I've never seen it before.
So we can give a shout out to both these guys. What's
So we're giving shouts out to Will Floor.
Yeah, and does he have a social media that we can poke?
I only have one form of social media, so I'm not really sure.
No, I mean, what's his? Like, I know.
I don't know. One platform, I should say, not whatever I said before. I found him from his video on YouTube. I found a website for him. It's like willfloor.com.
And then, is it Jaramillo? What, Brandon?
Christian.
Christian. He is on Instagram at, is it Christian_Jaramillo?
It might be, yeah. And then probably Will Floor has Instagram too. I just don't do that personally, so.
We're so well put
I don't
together
know.
here. We don't have the we do not know these people.
We
just
do not.
we just saw their movies. We're like, yeah, they did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm. They did do a good job.
They did.
They both.
You know what's funny? These look like very freshman efforts. Let me take that back. They are freshman efforts, but they look
like they've been doing it longer than that.
They've been doing it for a while.
They didn't just get started.
Yeah, they're not. They don't appear to be knuckleheads. I would be interested to, especially with Will. I'd be really interested to see what he did if he was passed a script and did something, not even feature length, even like a 30-minute thing. So
maybe.
But who knows? I mean, he has a lot on his website about in marketing. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he just wants to stay with commercial stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really liked both of these. Good watches and recommendations.
All right, you know what? I need a burger. Anything else?
Oh, okay. No, but I'm sorry we didn't get to the recipe. Life gets busy.
I'm gonna mark that down for me to remember to talk about that.
Mark down.
The muffins.
Okay. You did talk about it.
No, but I didn't give the full recipe. I'm gonna give that next time.
Oh, you just talked about it as something we wanted to
they
discuss.
look so good. I want to make those.
Yes.
Soon.
Okay.
All right, folks. Another movie coming soon. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening.
Toodles.